guys, so I'm here with Canon and I'm just gonna do a little paint with me video. This is the same custom Canon that I was working on in my last paint with me, and I was finishing up rooting a custom, so I had a little painting lull, and I am really excited to be able to be back painting now. And I'm not sure yet like exactly what I'm doing on him today. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, which is what I normally do. Just want to clean this out a little bit. I've been busy planning my next series for you guys, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I am gonna start doing series using different paint lines. I know now that Genesis is gone, a lot of you are kind of having to figure out, I'm using Genesis, how are you using whatever line you're using? I'm definitely gonna be doing, I'm not sure which order they're going to be in, but I'm definitely going to be doing a series with the regular oil paints. Actually, this is pretty exciting. McPherson's is going to start selling those. They should be available soon, and they're doing pre-mixed colors that are Reborn specific. So that's really exciting. I know now you guys that are using the Winton oils are, you know, buying primary sets and mixing all of your colors. They'll also have a little tiny bit of medium in them, and they have some exciting new products that are coming out as well that are meant specifically to be used with those. So you'll be able to get, you know, a Reborning paint set with Winton oils. And if you guys are going to Dolls of the World Expo, there's an artist, her name is Jessica Collier, and she's been using the Winton oils for a couple years now. They are not a new paint line. They are very long-term tested. People used them before Genesis came out. So it's not like you're using a product that you don't know how it'll hold up or anything. But she's been using them exclusively for a couple of years now. She is actually doing a painting class at Dolls of the World Expo using Winton oils. So if you're going and you're interested in, you know, learning how to paint with using those specifically, I would definitely recommend that you check out her class. I believe she does still have some openings. And I'll post when they're available on McPherson's website for you guys too. I know of at least a few of you that are using them. But so anyways, back to what I was saying and got totally sidetracked on. I'm gonna do a series using the Winton oils. I'm also gonna be doing a series using BC. And I'm waiting right now, Beatrice, who, that is the B in the BC, Beatrice Clement. She is absolutely amazing, and she is sending me like a whole bunch of BC stuff, so I'll be able to use that in and do a full series using BC paints and mediums. And then I'm also going to be doing a series using Irresistible's heat set paint line. I know I have several of you as well that use Irresistible's paints, so keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly which order I'm gonna be doing these series in, but I will be doing them. I'm also gonna do a series with Alva and Go, and let me see, what other painting news do I have? Oh, I have some super exciting news. Well, exciting for me. I know you guys will probably be excited for me as well. McPherson's is going to be sending out flyers with my painting information on them very soon. The flyers are, they're actually like good quality postcards, and they're en route to them now. I teamed up with another artist, Elizabeth Devlin of the Reborn Artist Studio. You probably will recognize her name because I recommend her rooting classes. So she was like a perfect complement for me since I teach painting, she teaches rooting. So we teamed up with these postcards, and they'll have all of our class information. We each have a side of the postcard, and you'll start seeing those in your McPherson order boxes soon. And hopefully that means that our little community here will start growing, and we'll get a lot more members. You guys will have more people to meet in the Facebook group. I'm just very, very excited about it. And I'm kind of shocked, honestly, that I didn't think of it to do, you know, as something to do before. I am talking to a few other retailers, so they might be in more than just McPherson's, but for now, McPherson's is the one that has the order arriving in a couple days, so they'll start going out there. Gosh, I love this baby so much. I'm trying to think what else. I wish I could show you my contest baby. I think I maybe just told you guys I had a mishap. What happened with her is she had a defect in her foot, and she has this huge hole in her foot. So I got a new kit, and I'm starting over. Because it's a contest baby, I did not want to try to deal with color matching. I am very, very busy with that right now because she's due on the 1st. So I'm desperately trying to finish painting her. She's almost done. And then of course I need to root her. Thankfully she has a very small head. And then I'll take and submit photos, and after judging I'll be able to share her. I'm definitely really happy with how she's coming out though. So I can't wait to share her with you guys. And I'm not sure exactly when my next series is going to start. I really need to narrow down which line I'm using. I'm missing a couple things from each line, and I want to use all of the products that are available to you guys with that line. So I think it's going to depend on which one gets here first. As you guys all know, I'm going to be moving soon. Maybe you already thought I was moving because I started talking about it so early. But I definitely want to get some content created. I want to do a series so that during that time when things are super crazy, where I'm moving and trying to unpack, I still have stuff to upload for you guys so that there is not a lull at all for you. I'd be curious to know too which paint line you guys are painting with that aren't using Genesis, because that might make a really big difference. You know, if I have a ton of people that are using one line, I might start with that line because I know that more of you are going to need it or want to see that one. Gosh, I always forget this. I haven't painted a Reborn kit in a very long time. I like a lot of Reborns. I just don't, Reborns, I don't paint a ton of them just because I do a lot of customs and people don't usually request them. But every time I do start to do a Reborn, I remember how crazy, I don't know if you guys can even see this, how crazy the creases are. They are insane to paint. When I'm painting these, seriously, I spend about 75% of my time cleaning up creases. They are just really, really easy to get like dirty looking or messed up just because of the sheer amount they're in. I did do a varnish layer on Canon on his hands and feet before I started painting, hoping that it would kind of seal up some of these super shallow ones, but it didn't really. Sorry, I have a little bit of hair over here. I did a eyelash rooting video yesterday, and so hair got all over. I'm trying to think of what else I want to share. I do have other exciting stuff going on, but I cannot share it publicly yet. This year, I will just say, is gonna be a really big year. Like, I have a lot of really cool things coming up, things for you guys. I'm still working out the details of the painting contest for channel members. I think I've narrowed it down to a specific sculpt, and I'm talking with that sculptor about being a judge on the judging panel. So that is super exciting for me. I can't wait to see, you know, what you guys do with this kit and your version and all of that. Like, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. If you're not already a channel member, I would definitely recommend that you join my channel. It's only $8.99 a month, which is the cheapest, like, full Reborn class tutorials that I think you're gonna find. But I have a lot of other stuff on there as well, everything about running a Reborn business, and I'm always adding new content. But if you do become a channel member, you'll be able to participate in that painting contest as well and get access to the private Facebook group, which has been going really well. It's starting to grow, and we have I couldn't have asked for a better group of people on there. Like, you guys, the amount of support that you guys show each other and encouragement, like, it's just an enjoyable place to be. I'm not gonna lie, when I first thought of doing the Facebook group, I thought, oh, this is gonna be, you know, a lot of work. And it's turned out that it's not. It's like, I look forward to going on there in the mornings and seeing what you guys are up to. Oh, and also not talking right now, but talking a few minutes ago about paints, I totally forgot to mention the Exodus paint line is so close. There's no exact launch date yet, but it is close. Testing is absolutely amazing. Like, you guys are going to really, really love this paint line. It's very, very similar to Genesis in the way that it works. You don't need a thinning medium added to the pigment, which is huge for me because I like painting with a water type consistency. So I really struggle using paint that I need to add mediums to. So I'm super excited about the paint. I'll definitely be doing a series with the paint and probably some videos, just, you know, testing videos. I've already been recording some, but I can't share them obviously until the product is launched. But you guys are gonna really, really like it. And they also they've really extended their mediums line. That is coming up really soon as well. I just did some final testing on it today. They added some new mediums. They changed their matte formula. The matte is now very matte. That was one thing that I have heard feedback. Like, I love the Exodus. I've never had a single problem with it. But that was one thing that I had heard from a couple people and that I really noticed myself as well. that the matte varnish was just not as matte as I like it to be. I'm used to using Genesis matte varnish. So I really like a true ultra matte varnish, and this one definitely is. Their thick mediums are staying the same, but they added several other mediums to their line. So I can't wait to share those with you guys. This is just some of the, some of the things that I've been working on. I always feel like when I'm done recording a full series that suddenly I'm not doing anything with YouTube. I mean, I try to put out like these little mini tutorial videos and stuff. But I feel like I share a lot of this stuff as I'm doing it with, when I'm doing the series. So just to get you guys excited and caught up a little bit. Oh, another cool thing I'm working on with McPherson's, they are not live yet because I'm still doing, making my details lists and everything. But I get asked all of the time by brand new people, is there any sort of kit I can buy that has everything? McPherson's is doing an eBorn's beginner Reborn set for me. It is going to have paints, varnishes, mediums, sponges, probably some brushes, possibly a kit, maybe not a kit. I'm still kind of deciding on if I want it to come with the kit or if you guys, would rather choose your own kit and just get all the supplies that you need to Reborn. There will be a heat set and an air dry option on those. I don't know price or anything yet. It really depends on the products that I put in it. But I've been working on that. I've been working with McPherson's like crazy, lately. Like I can't even tell you how many things I have going on, which is so exciting for me. But I can't wait for the first person to ask and me to be able to say, yes, you can buy a set with all of the products that I recommend and use right here. If there's something, that you guys are thinking that you think should go in that set, maybe something that I'm not thinking of, please let me know. They will contain the mottling and depth sponge set, this one here from A Small World Nursery. So I'm excited about that because I love it when you guys can get this set. These are back in stock as well on her website, which I'll put in the description if you want to buy them. Oh, exciting news from her, I guess, on her behalf. If you're in the UK, I know a lot of people have bought them directly from her that live in the UK, and of course she's in the United States, so international shipping is expensive and getting more and more expensive. I got a little bit of sticker shock when I went to ship a baby this morning internationally. iArt Reborn in the UK, it's a Reborn supply company. Those of you in the UK probably know exactly what it is. They are now carrying Desiree sponges. Right now, I believe they're only carrying the original set. I'm not sure. I haven't asked, and I will ask though, if they are carrying the eBorn's edition set or if he's going to be carrying it. If that's something you guys want to see, you could probably let him know. It might depend on like how much interest there is from UK buyers in that particular set. But for now, if you're in the UK, you can get her her regular original set, which has 4 mottling. I don't have one of these sets to show you, but her regular set has 4 mottling sponges and 4 depth layer sponges, or, you know, 4 of these ones and then 4 of this style. In our set, we have these extra because this is the way that I paint, with a ton of really tiny holes, and then we have a couple that have these patterns, but the Reborn set is mostly very, very small modeling pattern sets for depth layers. Like, it has just been a really cool few months for Friends. Like, I don't know what is going on this year. I mean, whatever it is, I'm super happy with it and I like it. But I feel like, you know, I have this small core group of Reborning friends, and we're all doing different things. And really this year, like, all these amazing things are happening for us. And even though, you know, it's not all, you know, us together doing them, it just seems like a really great year for growth. Like, I'm just really in a great positive place, like really excited about all these things that I'm doing right now and seeing them come into fruition. Which, you know, it's not always like that. Reborning is hard. It is super stressful. Sometimes things do not go as planned. Sometimes you have financial issues. That, you know, random things happen when you have a reborn business. And so I am just really, I'm riding this good wave for as long as I possibly can. And I'm really excited. So we are moving July, August. And I know I've said we're moving to Florida. And so I'm going to be really close to the Yofi Doll Show. I'm not going as a vendor this year. I just have all of these things in the works. I do not have time to make doll show babies. Reborns by Misty, who you might recognize from the Facebook group. She is one of our admins. She is going as a vendor, and I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna go as a patron. I'm gonna be her helper. If you're going to Yofi, definitely stop by her table and say hi. It's her first doll show. I mean, she's been at doll shows, but it's her first time as a vendor. So I just want it to be like super amazing for her. She's been working really hard on babies for the doll shows, for the doll show, as well as some accessories and stuff. So I'll be hanging out at her table if you want to stop by and say hi. I know it's not until December, but yeah, that's going on. Sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place this morning. Like, I haven't done a paint with me, so I don't know exactly what I've shared or not shared. And I just realized that I wanted to do some blushing on this foot, and I'm just jabbering away and totally did not do it. Going to use this giant one and blush these toes all the way. I cannot wait to root this baby. I've just been really excited about this one. I haven't done a Canon in so long. Canon's one of my favorite sculpts. The other Canons that I did were customs. So, I mean, this one is a custom too, but I have a lot more freedom, I feel like, on this custom. Like, we have very, very similar styles, so I feel like I don't have a real guidance pattern. Like, if I think, oh, this would look amazing, I have the freedom to do it, which is always awesome. But, so I've just been so excited. I'm like, finally, I can paint a Canon, like, exactly the way that I want to. And I guess I could have at any time, But in general, Reborns just aren't, you know, haven't been great sellers for me in the past. I mean, I guess they might be. I used to do them all when my quality of work was not good when I first started. So actually maybe now they would sell exactly the same as my other babies. But usually, you know, I get people that contact me that want a specific sculpt, or they'll say, oh, if you ever paint this sculpt, let me know, so that when I do choose a sculpt to paint on my own, it's usually one that I know is gonna sell the day that I list it and is gonna have a lot of interest. But I might start painting some more of these. I have a couple that I would actually love to paint. I have Caspian, who I think is really sweet. I've seen a bunch of really sweet versions. I'm hoping this is okay to show on YouTube here. This is obviously a gendered body plate. Hopefully I don't get flagged. This is something, actually, I was painting this plate and I was really thinking about this. There are no tutorials about how to paint these, and I would love to make one for people for both genders. I'm honestly really worried about doing that, though. I don't want to get caught in some algorithm that, you know, thinks that it's real, or that it's something inappropriate, that it is not just art that, you know, happens to be anatomically correct. So I have been worried about that. But I know, and I hear this a lot from other artists, that when they do anatomically correct belly plates, they don't know exactly how to paint them. And the fear of Googling that, which I can tell you, I have that same fear. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to Google that. I mean, you know, like reference photos and stuff, like you're gonna end up on a list or get flagged by somebody. But I feel like there is a need for it. Even if you've had your own children, you kind of forget like what coloring and things like that should go where. So it's something that I'm thinking about doing. If I do, it will be a members only video. It will not be a public video. I just don't want to deal with any backlash, and I know if it's members only that you guys will know that it's something, you know, something that you need to know, not some sick thing that someone is putting up there. I don't know if you guys have ever thought about that though, if you've ever painted them or anything. We had that conversation in one of my artist forums that I'm in. Just, you know, people being terrified to look it up, which I think is great, obviously. Like, they should have things when people search stuff like that, but it makes it really, really difficult when you're searching for a legitimate reason because you want your work to be as accurate as possible. Just gonna do some shading here. And I might actually do I just want to do a little vein kind of touch up here. I don't know how dark this is why I put it in there. Just add a little bit of thinner here. I want it light, but I really just want to, I feel like the one that I did here is lost a little bit, so I just want it to stand out more. And we'll make this one a little bit darker as well. I was just thinking how lucky I didn't get any on my hand, and then of course I have a bright blue thumbprint footprint. Jeez. It's early here, but it's been a long day already. Alright, I'm going to bake this layer, and then I think next I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do another one of these. I made this kind of like a violet sort of purple color, and first I'm actually just gonna do a little bit more yellow on the nose. I don't want a super jaundiced look, but I just want this warmed up a touch here. And I'm probably gonna clean off my workstation before I come back as well. I cleaned off the stuff that I was reading on, and somehow these hairs are everywhere. So I'm gonna clean that off, be back in a second. Hey guys, all right, I'm back. Cannon is all baked. God, I'm just loving how this baby is coming out. I'm gonna do a little blush layer here. And I'm just using some Bountiful Baby lip blush and nail. I need a cleaning well. And I'm just gonna add a touch of blue to this color. It could be like a little bit kind of a orangey tone, so I just want to get rid of that. And that's perfect. I really love like this layer because it's kind of where you start like seeing things coming together. Like, he looks great. I love how he is so far, but he doesn't have any life in him at all yet. And I want like a little splotchy kind of blush. I don't want it super clean looking. But I do want to blend up here. I don't want like a line. And blend it into his lip a little bit. I was just talking to the customer that I'm making him for. She's so excited for him. I'm already excited about him, but now I feel even more excited about him. I love it when customers like get like that, you know, like they see work in progress, they like what you're doing, they can't wait to get the baby. Like, it makes you more excited to paint them and like wanting to do a good job. I mean, you know, you always want to do a good job, but it's just a nice little, yes, he's gonna be perfect type little thing that you got going. little bit on his nose, but I want to blend it up. I know I always say this all the time, but it is like my biggest pet peeve. I don't want a Rudolph nose here. Grab a cosmetic wedge and just blend that up better. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I need one of my big sponges here. Blend that into the crease. I honestly forgot what I was like jabbering about before. I had the biggest nut. I'll tell you guys this, it was pretty funny. I mean, it's funny now in retrospect. It was not very funny at the time, but Tate does a mix of kibble and homemade food, and so we ordered more kibble from Chewy, which, God, I love Chewy. Every time I go on there, I spend so much money on like toys and stuff. It's not even funny. But so our Chewy order got here today. We've been taking Tate very often across the street. There is, I guess it's a school, but it's kind of like a alternative type charter school. So I don't know, it's really nice. It has like a huge fenced area that the dogs play in. We take him over there. He loves it. Every single time the door opens, he wants to go. And we're really working on getting him to realize every time the door opens, it does not mean he's going somewhere. But I open the door and I'm trying to get this like 50-pound huge box of dog food in. And he just bolted out the door and ran to the driveway first, realized the car wasn't there, and then took off in the direction of the school. Oh, I'm wearing this little summer dress and it's super windy, so you guys can imagine. I had cars honking at me. I was wearing my slippers. I was like chasing him down the street like a complete crazy person, trying to get him. I finally caught up with him and realized he's not wearing a collar because he hates his collar. It makes him like itch really, like he's just scratching constantly with this collar. So we've been taking it off when he's in the house. And, you know, we got him a different type of collar that was a lot thinner, and we thought it would help with that, but he just does not like wearing it. He is officially too heavy. I cannot pick him up. He's over 70 pounds, and I tried to pick him up. Even with my adrenaline, I couldn't. But I got him away from the street and was dragging him back to the house. I ended up having to like pick up his front and do this little crab walk kind of thing with him. Oh, it was a complete nightmare. I could not get him, like he wouldn't go up the stairs. May was trying to get out at the same time when I was trying to get Tate in. It was entertaining, for to say the least. And I totally flashed all the cars in my neighborhood, which is not great. We live on like this pretty busy street right now too. Like, you know, we have a four-way intersection like almost right in front of our house. So it's a high traffic area. Gosh, I could have killed him though. I just could not believe that he was doing that. He did that. I did get him inside safely though, and now he's pooped out and taking a nap from all of his little chaos, I guess. I need to work on that, like, door training though. Things have been so busy, and he's on a puppy class break right now until next week. His next puppy class series starts. So I've been a little bit lax, but I'm realizing I need to 100% make time for that, especially he's getting bigger now, and I'm realizing that if if we can't control him, it's a problem, especially the bigger that he gets. My husband's working on a really cute video right now for his YouTube channel. For Tate's channel. I guess Tate and Mayhem's channel, but he is doing good. Oh my goodness. Okay. This suddenly, like, all of the life came into him. I know that it's probably stupid when I do this, but like, I want you guys to be able to see like what he actually looks like to the naked eye. He looks so good now. Like, just that one little layer makes such a big difference. All right, we are gonna do some regular blushing here in all the usual places. I'm gonna make sure I blend these fingertips well. I can't believe I already did that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a nice clean workspace for a couple days. I know mine isn't that bad. I watch a few other people and see their workspaces, and usually I'm like, whoa, I feel way better about mine. Mine is usually pretty clean. It drives me crazy. I can't work with stuff like that. Like, this is gonna drive me insane, and my next video, this pad will not be here. So I'm just doing kind of blotchy skin right now. And I'm not doing like the whole, I'm not covering the whole thing, but I just want areas of more red, especially since I did all that blushing on the face. I don't want the face to look almost finished and the limbs to still look really blank. I'm gonna do just a little on the fingertips underneath the nails there. All right, I'm really happy with this. I can't say that I'm not excited about my rooting break right now, because I just finished, I think I already told you guys that, I just finished Chantal finally and got her shipped out. My wrist is sucking. I'm finding painting is really comfortable. You could tell I'm not wearing my brace. It's actually more uncomfortable to paint in my brace than it is to paint normally. But I can do all this. You've probably noticed I haven't been clenching my hand and moving it around. Like, it feels so much better now. But rooting was incredibly difficult. Like, rooting was another story. I thought I was gonna die rooting. Like, it was just agonizing. So I'm not excited about that part, that, oh, I have to go back to that very soon, but I am so excited just to see what he looks like with hair. We like kind of tentatively decided on a hair type, the basic style and feel of the hair. As usual, my actual hairline and everything with his face shape, because Cannon is freaking adorable, but he has a very large forehead. So when you're rooting his hairline, like my normal hairline rooting would make his forehead look even bigger. So you really have to just kind of like assess as you're doing it and be like, oh, okay, I need to go a little bit lower, or that looks good. So I won't know his exact hairline until I'm rooting, but I know he's gonna look amazing. I love the color hair that she picked. Is like one of my favorite colors, that like it's called light brown from Sarah Silk, but it is not a brown, it's actually like a dark blonde. And I've done a couple of Cannons already with that hair color, so I know it like suits him perfectly. I've seen a couple Cannons that I liked with brown hair, but in general, I feel like Cannon is kind of like Levi. Like, he needs to have some shade of blonde hair. It doesn't have to be white, but it needs to be in the blonde spectrum. Like, he was just made for it, and I'm pretty sure that the actual baby that Cannon was scanned from does have blonde hair. And it's always crazy to me how that kind of works. Like, you would think that facial features have nothing to do with hair color, but usually when they're made off of real babies, you can look at this kit and go, oh, they should have this color hair, and 9 times out of 10, that is exactly what the real baby looked like. I don't know, I find it interesting how that works. Do just a little bit more on this palm here. Gosh, I really wish that the details came across on film the way that they look in person. Someday they will on here. You know, like the more students and stuff that I get, the better the equipment I get will be, and that kind of stuff. I'm always, you know, whatever I'm earning, I'm like reinvesting into my business to make things better. Eventually, hopefully, I'll have all awesome things and won't need to do that. But there's some things like that that I really, really want just to make my videos better. Better audio equipment, sound, and lighting, of course, is always my like nemesis. If I have it bright enough like this for you guys to see, you can almost see too well. Like, you can't see the skin tones and details don't come through because it's just so bright. I need to find a good balance, but I haven't been worrying about it too much, like since we found out that we're moving, because I don't know what lighting is going to be like in my new workspace or anything, so I don't want to get anything until we move and I know exactly what I need. Make sure I'm getting into those little creases there. Shoot. But not too much. That could look dirty. Actually, I can already see it. And I had to get a new sponge. That was weird. I dropped that sponge on the floor. I cannot find it anywhere. I have no idea where it went. I feel like I'm holding way too many painting apparatuses right at one time. And I just want to make sure that I didn't hit anywhere with a sponge or something that I shouldn't have. All right, that looks great. I love the way that I did the veining on this foot. It like, you can just barely see it peeking through and it looks so good. He has like really nice little tendons and everything also, so it just like really complements and looks great together. And I think this is gonna be the last part of this video. I mean, I guess it'll be like an hour long total. That's not bad. I kind of just I don't know. I missed you guys, I guess. I felt like I have not been filming. I've been so focused on rooting the last few weeks, and so wanted to put something up. I mean, I know I did put up an open eye eyelash tutorial yesterday, but I wanted to do just kind of, you know, a regular video, share what's been going on, what you can look forward to, what's coming up, that kind of stuff. And if you have made it this far, thank you. But also, if back to what I was talking about in the very beginning about how I'm going to be doing series using different paint lines, if there is a paint line that you use that you would like to see me do a video on, please let me know in the comments. And if I get, you know, multiple requests for the same ones, that will be the line that I do first. I will do others, but I'll do that one first. I don't want to do too much on this belly plate. I do want the belly plate to be a little bit lighter than the body, just because in general your tummy is lighter. But I do want it to blend with the limbs, so I'm gonna do, you know, some of these areas where the limbs meet the plate. And then kind of just some random little splotchy blushing. And around the diaper area where we'd have kind of like a little diaper line, or, you know, just redness on the skin from rubbing. And then of course just regular blushing around the diaper area. And I'm kind of, I know I don't know what paint line I'm using for my next baby, but I am thinking about sculpts. I was thinking about maybe doing Flora by Priscilla Lopez, or possibly Nevaeh by Cassie Brace. I have a Nevaeh kit. I've wanted to paint her forever, although I am nervous about painting her with the paint line that I don't normally use, so I might save her and use her for the Winsor Newton oil paint tutorial, because I have used oil paints before, and, you know, work-wise they are identical to Genesis. Like, they're exactly the same. There's zero difference as far as how you use them. So I want to paint Nevaeh with a safe bet. All right, you guys, I am going to put Canon in the oven. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. Join my channel if you want access to full Reborn tutorial series. They're very in-depth with several full series of start to finish, and of course tons of other member only videos. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next one.